fate decides, a troll must bow, Chieftain Narjak Firstborn told his cub. Akrog must carry the tribe now. Narjak has spoken. Slowly, Akrog looked up from the bloody mud. Akrog cannot. He is not ready. Narjak's gaze was like fog. Take care of them, cub. Them and him. Both. shield the tribe, and shield Noag. Those were Chieftain Narjak's last words to his cub Akrog after a ballista bolt from the tusk hunters pierced right through his chest. Fabled warrior, leader of the Moonkin trolls, last of the mythical firstborn, killed by Elven poachers. It was not only Narjak's heart the bolt impaled that day, but also that of the Moonkin tribe, weakened by the terrible blood-rot plague and decimated by the hunters. They had long been struggling for survival. With their mighty chieftain gone, the last ray of hope still shining was Noag, Akrog's younger sibling who had inherited Narjak's legendary power. The chieftain's wish for Akrog to succeed him surprised many kin, but it surprised Akrog most of all. True, he was a strong and honorable warrior, but far from the Moonkin's best. All he had was the peculiar gift to hear the voices of the dead, and an iron will to do right by his sire's last words. Was he ready for this? He could not say. Yet when the tribe demands, a troll must bow. And so Akrog found himself giving his first command as a chieftain to be. The Moonkin would travel to Mugwa's cradle, a shrine guarded by the Bonekin trolls, to perform the devouring, the sacred ritual where the new chieftain consumed the old chieftain's heart to take up his role. This story begins the day the bruised tribe arrived at the cradle, where Akrog, joined by his mentor Grimlore and his trusted one Zaska, ventured out to find a holy plant for the ritual, Mugwa's tear. Little did Akrog know that the true trial of the Moonkin trolls had just begun. No matter what the trolls may think of Chieftain Akrog, trust not the foul tusks who say he had everything given to him on a moon silver platter. All because his sire was chieftain before him. Oh no, little cubs. The hunger, the blood rot, the hunters. The Moonkin had become but a shadow, and in the span of a day, it became Akrog's calling to lead them back to Mugwa's light. The day he and his two companions went out to prepare Narjak's last rites would be but the beginning of his troubles.
Are these the ones?
Mugwa's tears, the sacred plants, blessed by the goddess herself.
Pity she always cries in hard-to-reach places. It was a rotten pain to get here.
One blew Akrog to embalm the chieftain's corpse for the devouring. Harm not the others.
Akrog wants not to disrespect Mugwa, but why can they not pluck more? This is a brittlebone ruin. If the Moonkin pluck them not, someone else will.
Akrog speaks true, but still, the laws demand it. These blooms are gifts from Mugwa to the sacred earth, and the only time a troll can rip them from the soil is for the rites.
Akrog understands. All right.
And it is done. The bloom has been plucked.
Back to the cradle then. Before the big little oaf Noag goes mad with worry, thinking they tumbled off a cliff.
Let them march back. They have lost too much time already.
Wait, before they leave, Grimlore, well, Grimlore has an unusual wish. He would like to pluck a bloom for himself.
What for? The devouring?
No. It is... the Moonkin have been running for so long, Chieftain. Grimlore dreams that one day they will find a true home somewhere. A tribe camp to last, so to speak.
Fine. Grimlore can pick it.
Grimlore thanks the Chieftain. He...
There, old fur. His precious little bloom.
Zaska should not have done that. The blooms are sacred.
Well, Zaska just did, and he still stands here, looking as good as ever. Now, how about they leave this place?
Fine. Back to the cradle, then.
Zaska is listening. Going now.
That man's plan from the start.
What?
Is trusted one all right?
He is.
Interesting.
And it is open. Strange.
Maybe Zaramak could learn a thing or two from these ruins.
Brittle bone. Sportsmanship never brings anything good.
Let's Zaska.
It is like the other one. This works not.
Let Grimlore take a closer look.
What is that? That should work. Let's Zaska.
Easy. That way.
Interesting. Probably.
What on Urgath is this?
He is going. Bugs, careful!
For the Moonkin! Grimlore is here.
The blood for the tribe! Dead. Maybe take them back for food.
Bugs are bad for the guts. Zaska had to learn that the hard way. Moving on.
Let Akrog see.
The Moonkin cannot go through here.
True. But there is a hex stone. If they can kindle the...
There they are. Trusted one, Nurbok One-Eye. What is he doing here?
Looking for them. The fat Moonkin chieftain was getting worried.
The tears were harder to find than they thought.
Cub Akrog, Nurbok will tell him one more time. The Moonkin should break off the devouring and move on. If they stay in this clearing for too long, the hunters will come for them.
Nurbok, they talked about this. The chieftain must be devoured, so Magua can pass on his power to the chosen chieftain. Narjok would want...
What Narjok would want is for the tribe to survive. But Nurbok has said his piece. It is clear the tribe would rather listen to a fresh tusk cobbling who hears voices in the wind.
Sire Narjak was the last firstborn of the trolls and the greatest chieftain there ever was. He deserves to leave this world with honor.
Zazka could not agree more. If everyone got what they deserved, every worker would have their own iron beak. Make no mistake, Nurbok treasured Narjak like he treasures Grimlore. But Narjak was a great chieftain because he put others first. Surely Akrog knows that, after what his sire did for Nurbok and Akrog both.
Akrog knows, Nurbok. But what honor have the trolls left if they let these rotten, brittle bones crush even their most sacred traditions? Now, can Nurbok kindle the Hexstone?
He can. Oh, and Zaska Small Tusk? What? Nurbok knows the Small Tusk has been scheming. He will keep an eye on him. Then how will he see where he is going?
What was Nurbok talking about? About Zazka scheming?
Scheming makes it sound very bad. He will tell Trusted One Akrog after the devouring.
Kin should not have secrets from each other, Zaska.
And Grimlore would know all about that, no?
Moving now.
What is that?
May Magua guide his hands.
Frog is ready. What is this?
They will not get away from Zazka!
What on Urgath is this? He is on his way.
Something about this jungle always makes Akrog's hide crawl.
The blood drop in the cradle. It is full of Magua's power, making life and plants flourish all around it.
Pity all that power does.
By the holy hide, if it is not chosen Chieftain Akrog Bone Crusher. Cabrax was about to ask the bones if something happened to them.
Chieftain Cabrax, Magua prays. It is true, finding the tears was harder than they thought. The Brittlebone ruin was swarming with bugs.
Good for the tears, bad for the many Brittlebone treasure hunters who searched them. Ha! Come, show him. Ah, good. Very good. Mugwa will be pleased. Now all they need is a tooth.
A sacred pierce stick. The Bonekin have none of their own.
Oh, of course they do. But the Moonkin will need to shape their own for their sacrifice.
How can they shape a tooth? Grimlore said it. It is a sacred weapon.
Just like how the Moonkin shape their other weapons. All Akrog must do is find a hexed brittlebone weapon, scrap it, then have the Moonkin Master Scrapper use the parts to shape the tooth.
Where can they find a hexed brittlebone weapon, though?
Oh, there are many places in this jungle. But Cabrax believes he heard the Moonkin's Master Scrapper, Zaramuk, speak of a brittlebone hideout up north.
His name is Zeramak. But good, Akrog will speak to him. Oh, and Chieftain Cabrax. Akrog is not Chieftain yet, but he still thanks Cabrax in the name of the tribe. He knows many Bonekin wanted not the Moonkin so close to their shrine, with the hunters and the bloodrot. Cabrax took a risk helping them, and Akrog will not forget it.
Look at that! The cub has his sire's silver tongue.
No, Akrog means it. Only the Bonekin can do the devouring. If not for Cabrax, Narjak would never find his way into the moonlit river, and Akrog could never be blessed with Narjak's strength.
True, true. But Narjak was not only a great chieftain, but also the last firstborn troll. To give him his last rites is a great honor. And as for the fool tusks afraid of catching the blood rot, what they need most is a fat fist to the face.
They should know the rot cannot be passed from one troll to another, and be glad the Moonkin were mostly spared. Now off with Akrog. That tooth will not shape itself.
So be it. Sharp tusks and thick hide, Chieftain Cabrax. All right. To the tribe camp.
They should look for Noag, too. Let them hope he has done nothing silly.
They will.
On his way.
Let Grimlore take a closer look.
Ah, Chieftain back! Good, good. What he need?
The Moonkin need to craft a tooth. Can Zeramak help with that?
Tooth? For eating?
No. The holy weapon for the devouring. They have the pointy end, they just need a brittle bone pierce stick with hex power. Cabrax said the scrappers found a brittle bone hideout up north.
Ah, the cave, true. It locked, but the scrappers find shiny metal to open it. Here, how it called?
A key. The scrappers went in already.
Not yet, because there are Erics and other creatures. But Chieftain and Grimlore strong. They can squish them. Maybe they take little Moonblood too? He's so strong.
Maybe. Speaking of Little Blood, has Zeramak seen him?
Bit ago he have, but not now. Maybe he sleep in shelter?
Akrog will look. Either way, they will be back with the brittle bone pierce stick. Zeramak should stay ready.
He will. Oh, and Slig? Best ask now.
The chosen chieftain might be able to help Slig, if he has time. Just come and talk to him when he can.
Let Akrog see. Scrapper Slig Stoutheart. He wanted to speak with Akrog?
It is true, chosen chieftain. Slig knows this is a strange time to be asking him for a favor, but chosen chieftain Akrog has always been happy to help the scrappers before.
He has, it is true. And what sort of help is needed this time?
Oh, the usual. Slig needs to bring back as much scrap as he can, so that he and the master scrapper can keep up with the need for weapons, armor, and all that stuff.
He needs Akrog to carry scrap?
No. Just shield Slig while he finds what they need. He gets so carried away with sorting that he would not even hear Mugwa's cub if it came sneaking up behind him. There is a crumbling brittlebone place southeast of here, where Slig might find some lovely scrap. Chosen Chieftain knows where Slig means.
He knows. He was there not so long ago, looking for Mugwa's tears.
Perfect. So, has the Chosen Chieftain time to help Slig, just like in the good old days?
He has not really the time, but he cannot say no to Slig. What is his plan?
Mugwar prays. The Chosen Chieftain is so kind. Slig will meet Chosen Chieftain Akrog outside the Brittlebone ruins. It will not take Slig long to find out what he needs. Hopefully.
It had better not. Akrog will meet Slig there.
All right. He will see him soon.
He will lead the way. No Little Blood. Strange.
Hopefully he did nothing foolish.
There. How feels he now?
Better.
Speak true, Crumb. Warrior Higrak, He died. The brittle-bone stab stick missed the heart. In a few sundowns, he will walk again.
Good. That... Good.
Elder Grimlore, chosen Chieftain Akrog, hunters Aska, Magua praise. Crumb is glad to see they are back safely.
Magua praise, Shepherd Crumb, kind soul. How are the wounded?
Not well. Nagik and Tap will not live to see the next sundown. Igrak might mend, or he might not.
Might not. But Crumb told him he would be fine.
Sometimes a bit of hope and trust is enough to heal the worst of wounds. What of the devouring? Is it ready?
Almost. The Bonekin need a few more things. Would Crumb know where Little Blood is? Akrog went to his shelter, but he was not there.
Strange. No, Crumb has seen him not. But he was very upset about their sire the whole day. Poor Noag. He still thought Ken lived forever.
He should know better. Little Blood is not that young, and he has seen kin die. Many of them.
But not same bloods like Akrog or Narjik. It is a painful lesson every troll must learn.
Every Moonkin is kin, no matter if he is same blood. It should make no difference.
Oh, come on, Akrog. That is what Mugwa's laws say. But they all know losing a same blood or a trusted one hurts more. There is no shame in these feelings.
Either way, they need to find Little Blood. Has Crumb any idea where he went?
No, but he is sure he went not far. They should look in the jungle.
All right. Sharp tusks and thick hide, Crumb. He is going.
They will regret this.
Service. He might be old, but his tusks are still sharp. What on Urgath is this? In that direction?
Let Zazka get a proper look.
Should be Nerbach. Akrog too young. Also, Kutuk know why they call him Bone Crusher. Cause all he can do is crush things.
Bloodburn. That was the name of the hex plague that had caused the rot 600 moons ago. It came from a land far across the water, and its bite was felt by the races in different ways. Elves were barely affected. Brittle bones died slowly. Greenskins quickly and brutally. The bloodburn was weaker on Urgath, but it affected its creatures nonetheless. The trolls were left cursed with weak flesh and cubs who died before they could be born.
All right. A tiny pierce stick with hex power, Kabrak said. Let them find it.
And keep their crush sticks ready. Zeramak said there were beasts.
What should he do?
If he insists.
He is going. Grunwald. Is needed of him. What can he do for the tribe?
If he insists. Going now. Go join the worms. Moving on. They... Wrong tribe.
Grunwa is here.
That way.
Destroy him! At his service. Grunwa is ready.
Zarska get a proper look. Head towards certain doom? Sure, why not? There. So many shiny things.
Grimlore has any idea who lived here? Hunters?
Nah. They hunt for the shiny things, so they would not leave them here. Maybe robbers. Brittlebones who crush and steal from other brittle...
No! No touching! Fat troll hands don't touch Zippet's gold! No!
Mugwas!
No cause for worry. Just a tiny spirit greenskin. It is harmless.
Harmless? Zippet will show the fat brutes harmless. You see these bones, yes? They were two adventurers who starved to death because Zippet kept the magic walls up for 100 years.
The Moonkin care not about the shiny things, but they need something with hex power.
Hex what?
Magic.
Oh, you mean an artifact, yes? Fine. Zippet doesn't want to stay here for 100 years, no. So here's his deal. Zippet gives you one of his artifacts, and the fat brutes hand back his gold. Everybody happy, yes?
Fine, they have a pact.
Yes, yes! Now give Zippet the gold!
What is needed of him?
Interesting. Probably.
Oh, beautifuls! Come back to Zippet, yes!
And gone. Grimlore, spirits are just like bone people, no? Restless souls and all.
It is true. His soul was not at peace, so his god took him into the moonlit river and...
Just get out of him, okay? This place gives me the creeps.
Akrog, is he all right?
It is just... he has been hearing things again.
The gift of spirits?
It is true, but this is the second time in a day. Before that, Akrog had not heard a spirit in moons.
Maybe the cradle makes Akrog's gift stronger?
Grimlore thinks not. His own gifts are still the same. It must be something else in this jungle, or just chance.
Well, now is not the time to think. Let them try this key, so they can bring the artifact back to Zaramac. There, the artifact.
All right. Zazka hopes this thing will be enough to shape the tooth.
Why must they play?
Will not rest for
What can he do?
Let Akrog see.
He will protect the tribes.
Let him out there.
Why is he there? Only fools challenge the moon.
Magua, mend their flesh.
At his service.
The tribe must survive. Feel the might of the Moonkin. Let Zazka get a proper look. Going now. It works better than it tastes. What is that?
All right. Let them find Little Blood, then bring this to Zaramac. They must complete the devouring before sundown.
It will all work out. Grimlore feels it. Magua smiles upon them.
Wonderful. Then what could go wrong?
Why, Zaska? Why must he always blaspheme? Zaska knows how difficult his role in the tribe is. Wants everyone to shun him.
Wait, Zaska's jokes are why they like him not? He always thought they were just jealous of his pretty face.
Zaska is avoiding the question.
No. Zaska is just not in the mood for being questioned by an old, ailing troll.
Fine. If Zaska wants to stay an outcast among kin, then so be it. Just say not that Grimlore tried not to help him.
Sure. Pure, holy Elder Grimlore Oldfur only wanted to help.
Zaska can blaspheme all he likes, but he should not disrespect Grimlore. He must apologize, now.
Leave it, Chieftain. Nothing he has said is untrue. Grimlore is old, and Grimlore is ailing. Either way, let them move.